Guys, ladies, gentlemen, whales, unicorns, and narwhals. Narwhals, sorry, narwhals.
Narwhals
Narwhals, they are narwhals. Welcome back.
to the high rollers.
Oh yeah, we are. What was that spoken again? Apples and
Apples and
bananas.
bananas. Yeah, I knew it was two fruits.
Yeah, my dispensary is stepping up. They're like, it's to the point where I need them to have a classic section and this new like huge because why is there literally a strain? I was like, so Gavin had it and it's called an I-95 something. I'm like, that's a fucking highway.
Bruh, I-95.
And no, that shit slaps. It's just like this shit was fucking like the content here is now pretty high. Like it was stuck around like 20-21%. But I think after 2023 where they boosted up the count a little bit. Now 2024 here in Virginia just being completely legal, it's like, all right, I'm able to get like 25-30% easy. Like, and the prices are going down. I love to with everything
That's
going
what
up,
we like to see.
with everything going up, the weed price is going down. At least in my area. So I'll take that.
That is the best news.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So y'all, I hope you're doing well. Hope everybody is kosher. I think you're gonna die, bitches. Recording simultaneously. We are. I can't think of the say it. We are one. I just think of the SpongeBob meme or the scene where he he said that to Squidward and they're literally like connected with like this pulsing weird organ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Hope the cat's going well. Apparently they're covering Aquaflash. Uh, that's free on Amazon. If you want to go ahead and go check out that, then go listen to their cast because that is a great little cast to listen to. Hilarious, to be honest. Straight up comedy. But we there might be an invasion soon. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? There might be an invasion soon. But also speaking, I invaded Side Friction this past week. I was able to talk with Steph and Bob, and it was finally awesome to talk to Bob because I mean I've been a fan of Coach Talk for years, and I really only spoke with him in brief passings. Uh, so actually being able to talk with him, hear his patented rants on there, great. This is great. Side Friction is listen. If you ain't listening to them, then in my opinion, the most underrated cast right now. Like for real. If you want to listen to coasters, uh, different takes and cool guests coming on there, but also they elaborate on them and good debate. I'm telling y'all, it's a great time. It's a great time. Uh, what else we got here? Coaster Heat always. Coaster Heat. Can't wait to ride with y'all soon. Hopefully coming up for Biv's birthday. Buzz bars. I mean, by the time this comes out, it will be over. But Top Thrill Stumble, the
No top
cabin
thrill.
crawl. Yeah, Top Thrill Stumble, but no Top Thrill. No Top Thrill.
Stumble
Okay,
XL200.
it's no Top Thrill Stumble. Anyways, uh, yeah, it's gonna be a cabin crawl with buzz bars. They're gonna be there with the fam, so I mean that's good enough reason anyway. But also, you can get a booze cruise too. So if that floats your boat to get golden hour uh time, basically the beautiful golden aura that will be the sunset over at Cedar Point, you'll be able to catch that. Get the and also the be there with booze on a cruise. Like, what more can you ask for? Go ahead and do that. You have literally, hopefully you signed up because by the time this cast comes out, it's too late. So yeah, but the one that is after that is a small little thing, but the Onion 287. I think it's a shindig. Is what they're calling it. It was even smaller than a wobble, but it's gonna be a little fun thing to do. And then I think that's all Buzzbar stuff for a little bit because Maurice Pierce is a meetup, but it's not an official event. But that's in August. But I mean, with how fast time is going, we're already halfway. Shit, third week of June. God, okay,
That's
hold on.
insane.
I need to get some parks, man. Hold up, pump the brakes. The
It's
coaster
flying by.
season does not last long enough, and I'm one of the few people that loves the heat. Right, I love it when it's like 90 degrees plus, because then I know the rides are running good. I get energized from the sun, from feeling the heat. I don't know if it's the Egyptian in me, but like, yeah, I'm saying, man, like, it is great when it's just going on those rides when they're ripping at their best, and no worry about any sort of closures. This is good. I mean, you might have to with the rush too running too hot. What, airy? I'm gonna speak for Black Coast Siren now and my friends there real quick because I didn't ride it, but how it's running apparently. So I think the POV on Airy Force One, I think if you clock it, it's like 48, 47 seconds normally.
How fast?
But they've been clocking it in at 39 seconds.
Oh my god.
They've been having to close rows because it's like, yeah, you
Is
probably
it
can
still
ride
one
this.
train?
Yeah, there's still one train, but they'll switch off trains. And apparently, that's what I was saying. Red Train was running the fastest that Victor asked when they were clocking it on the board, 39.8 seconds. Because apparently, Red Train is the better train.
It's like Verstappen.
Right? I'm like, you get on Red Train, all of a sudden it's burr, 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 Max Verstappen. Like it's just, uh, yeah. I need to get back to. I cannot wait for you to rewrite that shit because you're going on that again soon, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Apparently, I tell everybody this: RMCs they break in. The first year they're already great, but the year after, oh, oof. Yeah, it's like letting a good barrel aged bourbon go for a year or two. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Highly
don't know if
anticipating that
you
one.
probably want it to be longer than that. I'm not a bourbon guy. I'm just saying, I'll say that for a barrel aged stout. Actually, I'll say that for barrel aged beer. But point still stands. Apparently, it is running out of control. Um, so yeah, and people, if you go to Georgia, uh, don't go to Six Flags over Georgia. Okay, okay. Let me rephrase this. Don't go to. Does say don't go to Six Flags over Georgia? Go to Six
Don't
Flags
go
over
to
Georgia.
just Six Flags over Georgia.
No, no. Don't make it a full day because people will go in the fun spot first. Ride airy when it's not running at it. I mean, it's still running good. Obviously, it's fucking airy, but not running at its what the fuck level. This is not even right. Uh, they ride 4 or 5 times, and then they go to Six Flags for the whole day. No, no, no. Reverse that. Uh,
Other
you need,
order, other way around in the order.
yeah, you need to just get everything out of Six Flags, get ahead of all the crowds, because there's not really gonna be crowds at that area. Now there is sometimes, but they were getting all the laps. What? Victor got over 50 laps on the 2 days he was there. It was a day and a half actually. He was only there a half day that second time, and he still got like almost 30 laps. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's a very highly anticipated revisit,
yeah,
without a doubt.
Goliath was apparently running really good too. I mean, for me, that's undoubtedly the best B&M hyper. Actually, luckily because Skyrush got knocked down solo, it is now in the top 20 for we'll see how
Oh,
long. I mean, this year it'll probably stay kind of long because I'm not getting that many new creds, but yeah, Aries running ridiculous. So y'all go down to ride it and do the half day at Georgia or just go do Georgia. Make sure you in on Goliath or Twist Cyclone. Because Twist Cyclone's gonna run like it's gonna run like molasses is being used for the lubricant. Um, Instead, and then by middle of the day, it's nowhere near as bad, So, and apparently the operators are better this year too. Yeah, I'm just reciprocating what I'm hearing from the over Georgia. This is all different people saying different things here too. So, uh, it's it's good because like we've said before, it really shouldn't have the new coin of that park down south, but it kind of is until I go back. But apparently, it's to try to combat with Carowinds, which really is the battle of the mid for sure at this point. But uh,
Both
nonetheless,
both med parks.
oh yeah. But basically, going off my point, 6 times over Georgia has one of the best foundations to be. I want to go there and just chill for a day or even half day, and then go to Erie for the rest of the half. Like at least from last year, that was definitely not giving me that. I was like, I want to leave. I just do not like being here. And people would think, oh, it was the crowd, and not even the crowd. It was the staff. It was the staff. But apparently that has been looked upon. So good looks on that. Good looks on that. Um. Yeah. So they forgot your fucking ranch, bro, and your
Yeah,
only one ranch for how many wings?
15 traditional, one ranch. It's insane work. I'm not gonna lie. And it's like more of the spicy too. So it's like, man, I kind of needed that ranch, but
Just given like the smallest dab, like it's
just one little
wasabi.
cup of ranch. It's not enough.
Just dipping the grippers in the ranch.
Yeah, I'm grubbing hard. Let me tell you. I'm trying to get through it though, real quick.
So, what is your opinion on grippers of fear at Doherty Park?
What Talon?
Yes. Or what Jen would say, grippers of fear. And
It's
the
mid.
best ride of but I got a pretty good ride on it. It's not as mid, I would say. I would say it's definitely battling Great Bear, which is the definition of battle of mid. So 1942. I don't know. I wish I knew the C. I'll know that next time. I'll throw Battle of the Mid meme in there. But yeah, we got a lot of news since we're trying not to be bi-weekly, but I don't know what the heck he caught, but somebody got you sick.
Sinusitis.
It's the fact that you're not riding any coasters, bro.
The bad cold. I don't know. Head cold, chest cold type
Yeah,
thing.
you got the thusiitis, man. It's been so long since you've been on a good coaster. It's like you were standing right in front of one after so
Well,
long.
that's just closed.
Thusiitis, symptoms of close to basically blue balls because yeah, standing in front of Toro when it was open and then all of a sudden just closes and now it's open again. That's the worst when it's like the small little blip.
Yeah, that was really painful. Driving 3.5 hours and walking up and seeing that Toro would be closed all day.
Uh, well, we'll be back. The facts there is a mini meet there. I need to look at that date, but I know it's happening in July. So
Adventure. Okay.
I know it's before the trip you're trying to do.
Okay.
So yeah, so RC having a little road trip coming up. By the way, we'll be hearing trip reports from that. Uh, you want to meet up once he lets the itinerary or finalizes it. Definitely don't be a stranger. We love that shit. Seriously. Still one of our favorite moments of last year. Meeting up with Miles and Gabe. They remembered me from their picture in the 305s. That was just crazy, man.
That
So
was wild.
yeah, I hope they're doing well. I think they might be graduating soon. Who knows? I think they could be. I could be capping completely, and they could be like sophomore years of shit. I don't know, but I think they're doing well, man. At least from the pics and the stories I've been seeing. Um.
So good.
So yeah, I hope to catch some rides with them sometime soon, man. Uh. But yeah, I guess all shout outs here. Almost 20 minutes in. Pretty norm. Let's just get the breaking really bad news and sad news out of the way. So there's no confirmation on
This
exact.
just happened a
Yeah,
couple hours ago.
it just happened. I mean, this is confirmed happened. So let me just get into essentially what was on the found on the Butler County scanner traffic. So going around on the social medias and the niche for enthusiasts, uh, people were saying that Action Zone was closed, and they were hearing, overhearing people saying that someone was hit by a ride. Then people were saying it was Banshee, and yeah, they were seeing an ambulance come out of there. You said there was an airlift? Yeah, and being
Yeah,
flown to
it's
air
his
care.
airlift.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so this is from
University of
this is from
Cincinnati.
Butley Counter Scanner Traffic, Kings Island, Mason. Adult male struck by a roller coaster. Unknown. I guess they didn't know. Unknown. Which one? Person was transported to UC Westchester Hospital, being flown by air care to UC Medical Center as a trauma route.
That is
Yeah.
awful news to come
Yes.
out tonight.
All of Action Zone has been. I don't know, I'm pretty sure this happened. Where was this tweeted at? 9:30. I don't know the park's hours, but I'm assuming it had to be near park close.
Sounds like
Um.
the incident might have started a little before, maybe like 8:30,
Yeah.
and the reports started coming in later.
Yeah. And then this is. I mean, Reddit's normally not one of your strong suits, but generally for stuff like this, because we used a situation almost exactly like this when we were at the Kennywood situation in 2022, um, when that shooting went down, and
I
people
know
are
it
very
definitely took that the
people are very
Twitter
yeah.
police scanner a minute to
Not only that,
come
but
up.
Reddit. Remember, like we were on Pittsburgh Reddit, Kennywood Reddit, and like people were
Yeah,
talking about different. Like there were a lot of people that will want to know and talk about their perspectives and try to link up so they can make it make more sense, right? That's a traumatic experience, you know.
yeah.
So I know when we were sitting in that parking lot, that's what I was doing basically the whole time. Yeah. So, but this is coming from Reddit as basically an eyewitness. Someone on the train. God. Um, so body seen while riding Banshee, and I'm not gonna read it. You can look it up for yourself. It's on Reddit. But yeah, they are essentially multiple occurrences, multiple people talking about. Yes, he went over trying to. Who knows the real reason why? But there were people trying to stop him and telling him no, not to do what he did. So, y'all,
It's
nothing is
just
more
awful.
important than your life. That's all I'm gonna say. Seriously, you are not gonna beat a coaster. Just wait until after the park closes. Have them get it, retrieve it, be safe. You're not gonna, and plus you're not gonna know that layout and everything like that. Where the mechanics are just gonna know. Like the people certified to do that are just gonna know. It's there for a reason. And yeah, I there's no confirmation on the status. Hopefully we find out soon. But generally speaking, obviously, I hope they are okay. 'Cause, yeah. Moving on from that, I have a lot of news. Where do we want to start, RC? Start from the top, I guess. This time,
Yeah,
because it's like all
start
over the
from the top.
place. There's not really much Universal. Not really much. Is there any Disney? Any Diz in there?
I'll uh I'll do some browsing as we're going through it. I'm almost done with these wings, so
Oh my god. I'm
Let me
sorry.
actually go
Like
wash my hands real quick and be locked in.
I just saw like the craziest. Yeah. I still got to talk about that. That guy is wild for that. He better not have ate that. So wait, are you gonna wash your hands now?
No, I'm almost done,
Oh,
but
okay.
then I'll go wash them. Yeah.
So what is this in Six Flags over Texas? As the Mavericks and Celtics get ready for Game One. Oh, this is before they got. Well, yeah. So congrats to the Celtics,
Hey, you
by the
have
way.
to you have to click the article.
Is this shit post?
No, it's a real thing. Apparently.
Because Texas Giant becomes Boston Giant if Mavericks lose to Celtics in NBA Finals. Six Flags bet. That's funny because they did lose, and it was pretty fucking hard, 4-1.
Yeah.
Uh, as the Mavericks Celtics get ready for Game One, the Six Flags over Texas, Six Flags New England have placed a friendly wager on the series. Six Flags over Texas laid out the details of the bet in a press release Wednesday. If the Dallas Mavericks win, Six Flags New England, located just outside Springfield, will rename New England Skyscraper. Wow, wow. I mean, I guess it's because the New England ride, but you're naming the skyscraper that? Come on.
And like they really went as far as to put up their RMC against a
Well,
against a
so I
skyscraper, and it's like that's not even like really a fair wager.
I mean, the reason they did it is because like I get it, but they really should have done like Wicked Cyclone or like Superman or something.
Yeah.
But I get it because they're both literally named in the states that they're from or adjacent to. So in that sense, okay, yeah, okay. But yeah, New England Skyscraper to Dallas Skyscraper provide free admission for 1 week to anyone with a Texas ID and send Boston. I can't say that Bostonian. Let me share my screen for you. A Bostonian snacks. What are Bostonian snacks? What snacks are those?
I think it goes into detail in the
Boston
article.
cream pies, or donuts, clam chowder, baked beans, to the sister park. What's more, New England Park President Pete Carmichael will be allowed around by a country western band for an entire day. His park will also serve as pecan pie to the first 100 guests on a date. Jesus Christ! This is going all out. All right. Should the Boston Celtics have won, which they did, so let's see if all this happens. Six Flags Over Texas will change the name of Texas Giant roller coaster to the Boston Giant. Let anyone with a Massachusetts ID in free for 1 week. The park will also send chicken fried steak, Texas chili, and Tex-Mex to its sister park. The Texas Park president, Richard Dahui, that's what I'm going to call him. I can't. The agreed to be followed for a day by a traditional Celtic band if the Mavs lose. Finally, the park will serve free Boston cream pies to the first 100 visitors on a date to be announced. So, wow. Let's see if listen. If you're listening from Massachusetts, go to over Texas right now. You don't gotta worry about admission. Just worry about the housing and a rental, I guess. I don't know. And you get to go in, you get to have cream pies, you get to see a Boston, you get to see a Celtic band, uh, pester and harass a park president. It's free
That's
entertainment.
amazing.
And then when you go back to your home park, you get Texas chili, Tex-Mex, and chicken fried steak for a little bit at least. I don't know how long that lasts, but
Let me wash my hands real quick.
all right, you're good. But yeah, this is wild.
All right.
Get a Boston cream pie when I'm over in Texas, baby.
That's actually like really shitpost and funny. I wonder if they're actually gonna rename Texas Giant though, or if they're bluffing.
I'm like,
'Cause I feel like that's kind of a big deal. You know what I mean?
yeah, because they didn't say how long it would last either. That's really funny. They had like, so the reason I bring that up is because we let the people with the Massachusetts ID in for a week, and like 100 visitors get cream pies.
Yeah.
But they didn't say anything about like when the Boston Giant thing will end, when they'll stop sending chicken fried steak, Texas chili, and Tex-Mex to over Texas. Like
So I guess that'll probably be like a one-time thing. They'll send a big catered meal to the other park. It'll probably be for the staff, I'm assuming. But then he's gonna get followed around by the band and they'll serve.
I say
That's funny.
like a few. So out of
Maybe
the
like the summer or something. So if they
so
do it,
Boston
it'll be like
Giant, Massachusetts ID,
just the rest
Texas
of the
food,
summer or something.
Celtic band, cream pies for 100. So that if they're gonna be five, if they're gonna actually nail 5 out of 5 all of these and actually do them, my confidence is like I'm starting to see they're gonna do the Massachusetts ID thing, so that's one. Uh, point 0.5. Uh, I give him like a. I'll give him like a 2, a 1.5 actually. Sorry. No, it's a 2. It's a 2. Sorry, it's a 2. But 2 out of 5, I think that they'll complete these, and those two that I think will be the. Well, I think they'll be half-assed with the Boston Giant. I think they're gonna just put like a tarp, not a tarp, but like a essentially a for now logo over Texas Giant,
Yeah.
and then so that's 0.5. They're going to do the Massachusetts ID, so that's 1, so 1.5. They're gonna give the fried steak and stuff, but like once, and if it's for staff, then that's definitely a 0.5, so 2. And then the will probably be for media, just shown with the band around him, but the band will probably be more for the people. So honestly, no, I'll give it a 2.5 then. No, it's 3.5. It's 3.5. So because it's easy to just get cream pies and then just give them to the 100 guests that want cream pies.
Oh my god, the phrasing, bro.
Ah, yeah, I didn't put the Boston in, bro.
uh, my bad,
Yeah,
my bad. I
no,
could not contain myself for that one.
the Six Flags is handing out cream pies. Oh my god! I mean, they have it coming. I'm just saying, like someone was gonna make the joke, and I did it by accident.
Uh,
They have 100. So if you're feeling frisky, you can get 100 Boston cream pies. Yeah, what if you just like you go on a really dead day when they do that too? You just walk in and out, and you go to the place. I don't know if that'll work. Never mind. You get a lot of cream pies. Is all I'm saying. Okay, we got a lot of news, so let's cut through. So, A Quiet Place got announced for Halloween Horror Nights. That's pretty interesting, in my opinion, because how are you gonna make a loud ass event, all that stuff?
that's what I was thinking. It's like they need to like really get the ones that like scream, the actors.
Man, I'm just curious how they're gonna do it because yeah, are they gonna expect us to be quiet? Is it gonna be like almost a game of being quiet? If that's the case, that's gonna be fun because I love interaction and my theme park stuff. So yes, please. I am gonna try to just stuff all Universal just because it seems right. But the diorama at or for Epic Universe, where is this exactly?
It's in the preview center, City
And
Walk.
so
Right?
okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's City Walk. Yeah, you could see this in the preview center, and yeah, it's kind of amazing how much detail they put into this little diorama. Um, Especially knowing that they're going to be making expansions, at least not too soon. But there also is stuff about that exactly why I wanted to just keep on going. Uh, about a Universal here, but Epic Universe, they're playing expansion. People might have seen an article about that. We were going to talk about it. And it's one of the few times where we waited so long that the news developed and there was no. We're not wrong because we got more information. We're not
Yeah.
outdated information. But essentially, the person who overlooked that or put out that report looked at it wrong. Let me see exactly what was said from ours truly, Alicia Stowe. One of the person that is most trustworthy coverage of all of this for Epic Universe. So you have heard recently that Epic Universe land has doubled in size or similar, but that's very wrong. In fact, you can find the evidence that Universal Special District, the Shingle Creek Transit, and Utility District has changed at all. This is going to be a thread. On June 11th, the Orlando Business Journal posted a story titled "Universal to add hundreds of acres." Started all of this.
Stop
Uh,
the cap.
It claimed the documents show Universal Special District growing by 1,300 acres. It did not. The big story shows the current Shingle Creek District map as before image, which is still listed on the official website right now, and then an image from an updated Universal Boulevard PD development plan minor adjustment permit filed last month is the after image. The Universal Boulevard are plans Universal has been using for years, long before they had a special district, which is from last year. In fact, the Universal Boulevard plans from 2019 are what I used to show, where Universal was building a new theme park before it was announced. So if Universal Special Districts line have not been redrawn, and Universal did not purchase 1,300 acres of new land. What did happen, Universal added two new parcels of their development plans and tweaked another. So they just tweaked plans. TLDR. If you just blurt out all that, they just tweak the plans of what's actually going on, and what they tweaked, it's not a new land. I'm not even sure, to be honest. It might be negligible, to be honest. That's almost what it sounded like. So interesting on that. Nothing actually being added to Universal there, and it was going around, so that's why to bring it up and finalize that. Epic Universe is fine. It'd be shocking if they were already planning for something that soon. uh,
Another HHN update, but this one Hollywood announced Dead Exposure Death Valley, which is apparently a very considered intense Orlando original that comes from Orlando's event.
hmm.
So
And then I think last thing
for
Universal
the
here.
for
Wait,
the HHN fans,
so that's for Hollywood?
that is for Hollywood, yes.
Yes. I do want to try experience that one day too. I'm sure it's going to be just as good. Who knows? It might be better. Hmm. I think last thing is the patent from Universal. They have a really, really. I think it's a coaster patent too, which is more exciting for the Ricky enthusiast out there.
A next level of the surf coaster, apparently.
Yeah, if that's the case, then because I mean, hold on, let me look at it real quick. Oh, there's one more Universal thing, but yeah, are you? I guess that could be a coaster, but I don't know if it's really. And a ride vehicle will adjust your movements. Looks like the next level of this. Yeah, surf coaster. It's from Jay Coaches, by the way. Makes it's pretty great content on YouTube. Go check it out. A lot of theoretical stuff. Uh, yeah, it's fun. It's cool. But yeah, it definitely does look like some crazy stuff like that. It doesn't look like you're standing. Um, I really don't get. I mean, if you're swiveling back and forth like that, I wonder if that's gonna make people sick. But we will see. You know, I do feel like there needs to be just there needs to be definitely more hydration stations around these parks. I feel like it's getting worse,
Oh, for
man.
sure.
I feel like
I was thinking that at Great Adventure.
I just feel like more people are throwing up and getting dehydrated and getting on these rides and speaking this is for it's just not good. And you're giving them Literal shot glasses of water. Like, come on, man. That's not cool. That's not cool. But yeah, at least give more hydration. If you for some reason can't, if it costs so much money to get people, humans, their basic needs and the heat. But I digress. I'm harping on. I'm harping on the. I hope they change it, but who knows if they will. Uh, that's all the Universal stuff. I think we'll go over Disney now because not much Disney. Either. Oh, Universal's teasing also on the 20th. Duh. But it's tomorrow, so we'll be seeing, and there'll be the news for next week, I suppose.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's Dark Universe, right? It's from people that got
Is
the.
that what's being predicted right now?
Well, I think it's like. I think it's because
Or the way it lines up, it should be. That's
people
what's
literally got like when they got the early things for it. People were like, it said like the Dark
Mm,
Universe token. You know how they get like all the tokens or whatever,
yeah, yeah.
or medallions, I should say.
Gotcha.
I don't know. I can't find the Disney news now, but Epic Universe. This is one more Universe thing. They have a new interactive game that's kind of cool. Super Nintendo Land, but the reason I bring it up is because like in general, like if they keep adding these, subtly to the lands, it's gonna make getting the coins or whatever you need for Bowser Jr. just easier in different ways, and you get to essentially go back and not just do the same route of getting the red coins. Yeah, that's cool. I think that is cool. Yeah, I can't find the Disney thing now, of course. Oh, I
It's
found it.
a test track.
That one test track, but they added lawn games to Epcot, so you can now literally get sloshed and
Let's play some cornhole.
play some fucking court. For yeah, you pay $150. No, probably 200 by the time you get sloshed, and then you just to play some cornhole in front of a fucking big ass disco ball.
That's the life right there.
Oh Jesus! Like I do wonder if they had like really did something with the water there. I mean, I guess they had shows there, but now I think Horizons is just gone, right?
I'm not sure.
Pretty sure it's just gone. It's like they spent all that time putting in those barges, and now what? Touch Track 2 is closed now. Forever. As we know it. For me, I'm not really batting an eye. Because, I don't know. I'm going to have the hot take. I guess I preferred the first version, but at the same time, I knew the first version wasn't great. I,
I am excited for Test Track V3.
yeah,
That's
because what they say, they're bringing stuff from World Showcase inspiration, but they also will say that Freddy, Disney, you know, dick holder, I suppose. That'd be like, oh my goodness, going back in the past, nostalgia. So just so they can hate it, like Tiana's. Which I've been hearing. I mean, for the most part, I've been hearing good things. I think we talked about that, but there's been a lot more uh, previews since then. But it's still having a lot of operational issues. So, like, they had to just stop previews. I think yesterday completely, and it was early. It was like around 12 o'clock, and they didn't open the rest of the day. Cease.
mm.
That is. I'm just gonna go down the list here. So if I did miss anything, I missed it, but or for sorting purposes. But Hyperia. So these 2024 editions. So it's funny the Like to put a blunt, like the roller coaster of emotions. Because like I remember I posted this on the 6th of June. I'm officially sad for 2024 editions. And it looked like when we were gonna cast, oh, I'm actually happy for 2020. However, not happy for 2024 editions exactly because, in fact, I'm more so worried about 2024 rides at this point. But yeah, the fact it was actually going through the growing pains finally. Only going through hiccups, but actually staying open. Uh, so at the time in the 6th, it was not gonna be open, but they were testing on the 7th. Testing kept going and going and going until when it was posted on the 11th of June, they reopened it. It went for a day or two, and then it had a few hiccups, but they get smaller and smaller until it was just like 10 to 15 minute intervals of downtime. But they're back up and running. Not like it is gonna add more to your weight, but at least you're getting on, and it's not evacuating the queue like they were doing uh, before, and even on that Thursday or Friday. But also, people cool with the fucking drones. Apparently, I got to tell people that like,
Drones closing Hyperia.
yeah, that was another reason. There wasn't even closing for maintenance or any block issues or anything wrong with the ride. It was literally people getting too close or even just they just don't use drones in public spaces. Bro. I get like, oh, I'm out of there. You're like, look. Like, if you if they can see you, like you're not in the right, like most likely. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying to do it secretly, but like, and I know there's laws and all that stuff. I don't know the UK laws. They have to be different than what they are here. Speaking of which, they got something got changed recently with like specifically DJI drones being banned. Um, I think they're. I don't know if it's Florida specific or if it's countrywide, but yeah, I know they recently banned DJI drones and all that stuff, and then, but in general, in operation and stuff, can we just not? I know you want to get cool shots, of people on it and stuff, but if they could see if you're too close, come on, man. You don't know what happens if all of a sudden there's a glitch, battery dies. Yeah, no, let's not play around with that. Any of that, I don't want to even think of that. Ugh. They're gonna start. We're gonna have the Air Force coming in to deal with these men. All right, sorry, looking at a text. Um,
I'm reading stuff on King's Dominion. Sorry.
drones. I mean, I respect people that do drone stuff. When I feel like I ever see drones at like parks I'd be going to, even though there's a lot of drone work. I know drone like or friends that be doing drone work. So I have nothing against them. I want everybody to be safe. I want us to keep having these rides be cool and everybody get on them. Not have to worry about, especially in the state of Hyperia. It's like, I think that's the only time I would try to use a drone though. Well, yeah, most of the times you wouldn't want to use a drone. It's like you can't because it's like public space, right? That's
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do not tolerate that,
what I'm saying.
the drone usage.
Like in general, like say if you want to get a shot over like New York or something, like you just couldn't do that unless you were authorized by that
Yeah,
zoned area. You know what I'm saying?
restricted airspaces or
Like
whatever.
basically, there's so many
Private
areas
property and all
to not
that, all
even use.
those different terminologies.
So unless you were literally like, yeah, like you gotta be a filmmaker, man. Like, which to be honest, a lot of people be putting out film like stuff with these drone shots. So I mean, like, yeah, Coach Studios, some of the best cinematography. So, so the shots when it comes to roller coasters, shooting them in motion, making them look all silky. I was seeing him do some of that at Iron Menace 2. That was cool. Media day. But Hyperia, what else turmoil was happening with it? Oh yeah, today or yesterday. Was it today? Yesterday? What was it?
The rollback,
It valued.
rollback/valley.
It valued. And honestly, it just made me feel like a burger on a fucking Q rail. You know what I'm referencing? You
Nah,
probably people are like, "What the heck are you talking?" I wish I didn't even have to think about that, but there's a picture of somebody that just is like, "Yeah, what is this? No time to waste stopping for lunch." And ride for number 5 Hyperia at Thorpe Park. And the picture shows Hyperia in the background. The foreground, however, shows it's small from BK, small cup, and a burger with no wrapping, no paper, raw burger on the queue railing.
oh yeah, I saw that picture.
And this is why I'm saying, and this is why I be taking showers and sanitizing. I'm not.
Just
I'm.
setting the burger on the railing is insane work.
I'm not saying that like, oh, he's gonna give me like, he's got poison breath, like it's gonna affect me. I'm just saying sanitation with enthusiasts are not necessarily and their frontal lobe. The first thing they think of, right? It might be the 20th or 21st thing they're thinking of in their day. I, but I'm glad to know
Oh,
all the homies I'm with are they're fine. But I will say, oh, we got trip reports too. Fuck, we should do that real quick.
Jungle X report looking
Yeah, we should do the reports real quick. Let's take the smoke.
looking good.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna smash some cereal later. That's definitely a given. Frosted Flakes, 2%. Whole milk is the better, but like
Whole
me and
milk
my,
is the best for cereal, but
but
not
like
the healthiest for sure.
exactly. But I got 2%. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I gotta remember to start closing that window. But what am I closing? I'm about to smoke. I am. I am. I am just insane. But yeah, but guys, please don't put raw burgers on Q rails. Like, please. And then I'm not gonna say the username because every single comment, I couldn't find anything else not talking about it underneath the post. Every single comment was like roasting the crap out of him. So like he gets it. He knows. You don't got a dog pile, but no raw burgering, please, please.
Raw burgering.
Yeah, like, why do I even have to think of that phrase, bro? Like, thanks. This community, man. I love y'all, but I truly do love y'all. But what the fuck was that burger doing on that queue? Uh, so Jetline, we're gonna connect these two together. So Jetline and how did we skip so far actually? But oh, that's why. Actually, I'm sorry. I said a valley. Yeah, there's a lot. So we're gonna stay on Hyperia the news reports. And then I'm gonna go from Where is this? Oh, fun spot. Fun spot thing. So, but yeah, what are your thoughts on the fact it was kind of doing well, but the fact that it valued Hyperia?
It's got the it's just kinky, you know. It's got kinks they need to resolve.
Kinky.
Um, being a newly opened coaster, and it valued in testing, right?
I don't.
It's like
Might have.
there is empty train.
Might have actually. I don't want to. I don't remember. If you look back, probably could find it obviously, but at least from what I recall, it didn't. But it got close to. But it could have. So you could be right about that. There is reports that it is running slower on the chain lift too. I've heard about that.
Yeah, it looks like an empty train that valued.
But yeah, like at the same time, shouldn't an empty train, even in a lot of conditions, like be able to make it still?
I'm not really
Like, isn't
sure
it
if it
designed?
something to do with whatever they had to fix on the lift or what it may be.
But yeah, like in general, it's odd, especially because Mack's very, you know, seems like they put a lot of time, they have a lot of expertise in terms of layouts when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like something it wouldn't be a mock issue, valley like that. Now, I'm not saying that they have like the best pacing in the world, but I even that's what I'm saying is like their rides generally aren't trying to kill you like that. At least the ones that I've been on, uh, or the ones before like around Blue Fire and all that stuff that aren't like insane icon even. But it'll still make it. But now that I bring up icon, that ride almost valleys a lot too. In fact, I think that ride might have valley. Let me fact check. So they just probably didn't put the UK factor in their code. They was like, oh, we need to put UK factor, UK weather into effect too. Images. Yeah, I don't know if it's valid, but maybe you'll look at the history. Maybe we'll see. But no, I have seen it go really, really, really slow in some cold mornings in Blackpool. When I like to vlogs or whatever. Um, so yeah, they probably just didn't do. But the thing is, you're getting so much more speed, and they don't have the trims installed actually on the bottom of that part. So people were thinking, oh, they have the trim installed, they need to take those off. The trims weren't even installed. The brackets are there, ready for them for easy installment, but they're not on right now. So I just, yeah, that's come on, Mop, get that stuff together. But because like Valley, you could take the train off in a day and put it back on. Like, but from what I saw, I don't know if they're gonna be that quick. They like apparently by the end of the night there wasn't even a crane there yet. So uh, yeah, hopefully they
So
get
they
it
haven't
done
even
soon.
winched that train.
I'm like, yeah, I don't even
That's
know if there's a
that's
winch there. Like,
yeah.
and even then, you
Yikes.
winch it. How can you winch it back up the dive loop and then back up the chain? Like, nah.
Because I guess hypothetically they would have to winch it through the rest of the layout,
Yeah.
opposed to putting it back up the lift
So you
hill.
have to winch it through the outer bank. That's still a big ass element. And then through the little stall after, which is like all the elements are like generally like you drop 200. What for? How tall is Hyperia again? I don't want to overs. 236 feet. You drop 236 feet, and then the next element after that is like basically 190, close to 200. Element after that is like one set. You're dropping, only stepping down like 20 feet an element. All those elements are large until you get to like the random outer bank. After you're actually on the ground. But yeah, I hope they get that stuff together quick. Because I know Sark can sometimes scratch their ass with that stuff. I remember they did it with Montu quite a few times. So, yep, yep.
Bruh, so why has Batwing been closed for like at least a week straight?
Is that actually a question? This is Fatwing, bro.
It's
It should
it's
be
really sad.
closed. And America can't get rid of it because they're not going to replace it.
Because it's like, I don't know. It seems to have been not operational much in the past like month almost.
I mean, that's basically I say that as like it's not. That's not normal.
Yeah. I know
Unfortunately,
it's definitely been closed for like a week straight though as we're leading up into Steamtown opening, so
maybe that'll be the grand opening of the park, July. No, but I'm rooting for America and Ramar. I joke, but it is a incline, but it is a very steady one. I will say.
not
I'm not
exponential,
I'm
that's for
not
sure.
burning any. There's no burn in any of my muscles. No calves. My calves feel fine. That's all I'm saying. I need to be climbing, struggling. It needs to be a rock climb. I'm just kidding, but I need to feel that when I look at the park, though. That excitement of like, yes, I even no matter what they add, for me, it's like I can't wait to see what they add next. But yeah, trip reports real quick. Or do you want to do a Jungle X first?
Doesn't matter.
All right, what happened to you at Great Adventure? Because El Toro reopened. That's the news. They're
I got
closed.
railed by El Toro.
So basically, you were the ones to spread the news. Because you went to
El
Great
Toro,
Adventure.
it's shameful.
You went to Great Adventure with the homie Colin.
Yep.
And when y'all went there, the
Had
bully.
a Six Flags day.
Yeah. It was a busy Saturday, right?
This is Sunday.
Uh, I mean, even
It's,
then, they were running one
it was
train,
a
I'm sure.
busy Sunday. So it was um literally the only coasters we rode were King Ka, Nitro, Jersey Devil, and Batman the Ride. Did not consider it worth it to go try and get on what's it? I don't know. It's not Green Lantern there. What's it called again? Let me see. Oh, it is Green Lantern. Did not bother with that or Superman. Medusa was one train.
Oh.
Batman was two. Nitro was two, but Jersey Devil Coaster was one train, one Raptor train.
How many people is that again? 12?
12, yeah.
12 people per 2 minutes.
King Ka was two trains.
Let's
So
do
literally like Jersey Devil Coaster was hour and a half wait or more the entire day. King Ka was hour and 15, hour and a half the entire day. So it was a Six Flags day for sure.
it was around it's around Dark Castle or Dark Coaster levels operations in the Jersey Devil.
But I mean, Jersey Devil was good for sure.
Was it better than you remembered?
Honestly, I don't even know because it's just I only rode it one time, just because it was an hour and a half wait or more the entire day.
And like,
But definitely found the Nitro rides to be pretty good. Better in the front row, actually.
see, Nitro is the upper. It's like I'm trying to think. There's like a gap in the hypers, right? And I'm not too sure exactly for the B&M Hyper specifically. I'm not too sure exactly where the gap like drops between Nitro, but I'm pretty sure right above Nitro is Diamondback. But let me see.
Yeah. I definitely don't do too well with the rankings of the boring and mid, but no, I thought it was good. I mean, we got like we got 4 rides on Nitro, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and the front row rides are definitely better.
You said
The
the front
airtime,
row rides were better.
yeah, the airtime's more in the front, just because of the way the layout is. That's what I was experiencing. But King Ka was running really good. It was just that it's just to finally get back on like a coaster of real sustenance for the first time in like 5 months. Of course, I was hoping that would be El Toro, but King Ka held up for sure. That hydraulic launch is crazy, and it was like flying over the top too. Didn't even feel like rollback potential.
Ooh. What was the line for Ka?
Kyle was hour and a half all day, hour 15, hour and a half all day.
So everything was just an hour and a
It
half.
was it was just like you're
That's
just kind of
ugh.
screwed. Like
Okay, what about the fast lanes though? Like if you really had to go down to it, because you have the diamond, right? Can't you? Don't you get a discount on fast lanes?
no, yeah, I would have had to pay $10 for individual skips for like
Okay, but
Ka and stuff,
what if you
but
got a
like
band?
it wasn't even really worth it to. No, hell no, I wouldn't do that with Toro being closed.
Yeah, yeah.
If it was busy and Toro was open, and I wanted to lap Toro really bad, maybe, but no, not worth it for
Because Sundays are cheaper, but
uh,
they could still be fucking like I don't know, man.
100,
Like
150 at least, probably. I'm sure.
they can be bad. Like I know the bigger park in Cedar Point, I think can get like that. The
Yeah,
worst I see it
I've
at.
paid like 2 or 250 for Cedar Point Fastlane
Oof,
Plus in the past, and I did that willingly because I wanted to get a bunch of rides, but
man, you're paying
I
season
definitely would not
pass
do that with
prices
the
for.
circumstances experienced this past weekend at Great Adventure. That's for sure.
Man, you couldn't even experience the new fucking lockers. Man, we gotta go back.
Yeah, for sure. Still had to deal with those old ones. You pay like $10 for the day. You can like move it around, and like the kiosks like don't even work that well. Uh,
So I went to King's Dominion last Wednesday, and it was a swell day. I actually just ended up spending the whole day there. I didn't realize. But what was it? Yeah, I got a lot on Twisted Timbers. Green Train is definitely still better. Just what it is. It's just Green Train. If you go there, definitely get on Green Train. Uh, 505. You know how I was saying, Wildcats kind of getting close. Yeah, there's a gap again.
what kind of gap? What are we talking here?
Like I got the spiritual ride, bro. As soon as the one I needed, it's like it knew that what I was yearning for. It's like 85 degrees, literally sunny all day. All right, bro. It's 2, 3 o'clock. But right before I break down, which is always what happens. Right before I break down, I got you, bro. Send you down cooking. I'm getting the perfect gray out, like the perfect. Like I'm buzzing. I wake back up with the buzzing with the airtime hell. I'm just like, nah,
Oh yeah,
this right.
I still remember the one ride where I was like asleep until the trim hill coming back to the state coming back past the station, just straight asleep.
And there's
Uh,
people are like listening, probably like, "What is wrong with you? Why do you want that?" And I don't know what is wrong with me, but
it's just the ride was very intense that day. I don't know.
no, I'm saying like,
I found it to be a crazy experience.
yeah, this time when you feel your lips flapping, you know you've gone past
Uh,
the gray out. Like you feel your lips
uh,
flapping, and you're like, "Wait, I need to wake up." Yeah, yeah. Uh, I didn't exactly the black because that's when it is kind of too much, but the perfect grab, the perfect. Oh yeah, it's spiritual. I don't know how to say, man. It's a spiritual experience. But I actually rode Grizzly more the most that day because I'm getting so much ejector at this part with Twisted Timbers and actually Grizzly now. Especially when you get the ops there are great. Keep it up. In fact, I was so proud because the park, it was busy when I went there. It was like you would go to the station because they're in weekday. They don't put on most of the time. They don't put on another train for Grizzly. They're just not gonna do it. Just gonna suffer through it. But Grizzly's getting lines now. Like legit, like when I went there, that was the one thing I waited for was Grizzly. I walked on 305, walked on Twist Timbers. I
Like
waited,
full station or down the
yes,
ramp?
full station.
Oof.
And I was like, okay, like I'll get the ride, I'm gonna get food, but like I was just like when they put on the second train because I went there, I'm like I'm expecting, it'll be more dead one train, but they put on another train for the crowd, and they just kept it on. I was like,
We love that.
I love that.
That's
I
good
love,
management right there.
but that's the stuff I was talking about because I guess that's why I kind of want to do it last because it can segue into all the KD news and the report. But yeah, like there's more markings all around. But before I actually get into that,
Dude,
before I get to that,
so
Dominator's
oh,
actually
okay.
good. Dominator's actually good now.
Nah, it's shaky. What
No,
are you talking about?
right in the middle, you'll be fine. But no, if you can take the shake, if it's there, it slaps. It slaps. Like, okay, I'm high. That's how I took 3 bombers. That doesn't slap. But the last ride of the night is pretty damn. It's pretty baller. Really
You
damn.
said you got last ride of the night on Dominator?
I've done it twice this year, and only because so this time, okay, the first time was I was with Mike, and he's a B&M lover. So granted, we had to do it with that. This time, I ended it with James and Timmy. I was hanging with them for like the last few hours. It was nice.
Oh
Also got
yeah.
to saw Jalen for a bit. Yeah, we were riding a bit. He forced me on Anaconda. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like they forced me on rides. I'll get on bad rides, but I have to be with people. But because I don't, I like coasters. Like they're
Rode
fun.
Anaconda.
But yeah, he's like, yeah, and James is trying to gaslight me, saying it's good. I'm like, no, that ride's bad. Like, in
The
fact, I
only the
liked it
only way I
more
want
when
to
it was cold.
hear only way I want to hear Anaconda and good is if there's a riddance after the good. Good riddance.
Yes, because hopefully after right after they put it in their Jungle X thing, trip it out for the new Anaconda or what Python or whatever you want to name. I don't care. Put in a Vacoma, please. Okay. Uh, Fun spot. Oh no, sorry. Jungle X report. Yeah, whatever you're all doing, get rid of Anaconda. And put a Vacoma tilt there. I mean, that's the dream. Putting a tilt there, and it would kind of stand out and be different than Griffin. But at the same time, y'all be like, oh, but it's diecast. You can't put in this Griffin, and they have this thing, and they kind of have a mutual respect. Uh, I guess, but fuck BGW. Uh, put a Vacoma Wildcat or something. That'll work cute too. Um, yeah. Make it a hyper, and from there, we got a lot of markings around the construction site. Blue, orange, green, yellow. It's even some dotted stuff on the actual pavement. Around like not even like even away from like where the construction site is of the Wayne coaster, but also officially the Wayne coaster is vertical. I mean, we covered the track being there, but the track has been coming in, and
I
finally
was gonna
because
say, yeah, there's like they installed 2 or 3 more pieces today.
oh
That
wow,
was the latest update.
yeah, like it's gonna be a daily thing, so good stuff. To hopefully they keep up with the timeline at least. That's one thing that seems to be true with has been said with a lot of people that are in the know. But one thing that they might have been, swept from under can't speak tonight. Swept from under the rug from is the plans that recently I think they're public documents, right? From
Yeah.
KD fans, I think also adjacent to Park fans. This tweet from them, and they made this basically go viral in the enthusiast space. But the feeling when Cedar Fair budget cuts the entire launch show building out of King's Dominion's 2025 wing coaster plans. So much for that large building facade blocking the broad side of the Flight of Fear building from the wing coaster's queue. It's like, yeah, it's definitely not there. And honestly, if they're trying to just mask what Volcano was, or just a coaster, that's not enough.
You're taking out the more experience of it without that show and launch building. Because if you think about like Copperhead Strike's show and launch building, say it's a big aspect to include.
I mean, that's like I said. I mean, if Volcano were just you turn and you launched, and you turned again and you launched again and you went up, sure, it'd still be cool, but it wouldn't be in my top 50 still. It was the whole thing. It had a fire shooting out of it after cycles. You know, it definitely slowed down after near the end of its life. But I remember when it was like pretty damn often, like every 20 minutes, shooting a big old ball of fire. You'd feel the heat on the ground.
Yeah.
That was nothing like ever before. Like, you got to do at least some near misses, some fly throughs. Like, you're in a wing coaster. It's gonna be the new marquee attraction. And I told him this before, and if you probably listened to Side Friction, where I was on, I was saying, and what Bob was really harping on too, is like they're basically taking what Busch Gardens used to be and adding theme and a charm to a park. Like, so this here does, make me lose that a little bit. I'm not gonna lose all faith in what they have. And who knows? This could just be documents that don't show or queue areas, but I think it does show some buildings over there. So, like, it definitely does show buildings here. So, yeah, maybe they'll add on. They've added on to stuff before. Are they still adding on to stuff in Thunder Valley, Carowinds? I don't know if they have. I think Intimidator was the only thing. The Thunder Striker train was the only thing they really updated with. But at least with Jungle X, they kept going with that. But I hope, but this is exactly what I was getting at what Bob was saying, was I hope that the penny pinchers, the cash bots at the top, didn't essentially get their hands and fingers into all of this. Like,
I really
King's
hope
Minion, you aren't doing enough to really warrant all of this. It's like, you guys gotta let it happen. You pull phrasing, but you pull out too soon. Like, you're literally like gotta let this stuff build up. You gotta actually care, like, continue. Let the locals know you guys are changing in this brand. You gotta let people know that that's stuff we're putting this big investments in the park. The guest experience has changed. It is not the same from 2015 to 2019. It is a completely different, beautiful, and fun park to go to. With an actual, and if you add the B&M wing with it launched, with the layout we got, have an actual top 5 layout. Or top 5, like a really good top 5 in general. Sorry, can't speak. A good top 5 coaster liner. Legit. Like, you have all day to ride that top 5? That's a Coaster Haven thing right there. Like, not a lot of parks can say they have a good 5 coasters that they can just, go to, and for everybody. A lot of different tastes. Because at first it was just the intensity, now it's going to more like, the B&Ms are good. We don't know the
Got a
B&M.
more diverse portfolio with this edition.
Now, obviously, I would love for it to not be a boring, bland, and mild, but at least it's a wing, and at least it's launched, and at least it looks like it has some like. It seems like Kings Dominion tried to be like, hey, we really want something unique for this, like give us a weird top hat thing at the front. Like, okay, give us the thing you did with Pipeline at the front. Launched it. They were telling me, okay, and that's gonna. I feel like it's gonna feel sick. Just feel my legs slap up against the restraint. Whatever speed we go, and then seeing it with Tambili in the whole area and putting it all together. I think there's a lot of good coming in this ride, and even though we're not, like I said, we're not getting probably everything that they wanted, I still think it's gonna be like one of the best editions that Kings Dominion ever got. To be frank, and I can't believe I'm saying that about a B&M, but it's true. There's a lot of good with this.
Top 3 edition, I guess. In the last 25 years, at least. Pre-Volcano.
I'm just putting it all together, and pre-Volcano. Because Volcano is probably the best, even disregarding 305 and Twisted Timbers. I like them more. I like Grizzly more. But just what Volcano was. It was people went to King's Dominion for Volcano. Like you went to the Skyline, you saw Dominator, you saw Intimidator back in, you saw Volcano. Like it stood out. It was crazy, especially at the time, to think, we're launching at 70 miles an hour, suspended out of a freaking mountain. And I really wish that the circumstances that happened with it did not. I actually got some more deep dive with that with the late night sleuthing, and
they did us wrong.
Yeah, that's all I will say, because I was just gassing up everything that they're doing. That will bring a hamper on everything.
We deserve Volcano.
Well, I'm just saying this is. I really hope this will live up to the hype, man. Because Volcano, like I said, I was one of the few people that liked it but didn't love it. I do think that the Heartlines were fantastic on it. But it did do the same thing a lot of times around the ride. But Prototype, you know what I'm saying? But it Prototype that honestly exceeded even itself in its time. Like, I miss that thing. Every year that passes by, I miss it more. Because, like I said, I now I feel like I didn't ride it enough or tried to. Because there would be times where it would be actually so dead. I would be able to walk all the way down through the mountain, all the way down, all the way to essentially the ramp.
Yeah, and I just remember, like in my early days of just going there once a year, we'd always go straight to Volcano to ride it while it was first thing in the day and there wasn't a lot of people there, and you could walk all the way down to the station, basically down the stairs through the caves. And if you tried to ride it like any other time, it'd just be a huge line.
Now, the only other time I would try is if I saw it was stuck in the cattle pens, like right when you walk up to it, like those first ones. Because if it were actually in those caves, no, hell no. No AC, hell no, hell no, hell no.
Brutal.
But at the same time, I would definitely do it now. So it's funny how the context changes.
Yeah. Need that chance again.
Like baby coming back.
Yeah.
Even maybe all I need. All right. What the fuck? Sorry, listeners. Yeah. Like Volcano, you will be missed. I want to take another hit from Volcano, but that might be a mistake. I'm gonna do it anyway. So that was the end of the Jungle X report. Jungle X rant, I guess.
There's one more thing for King's Dominion though.
What's
Or I don't know if there's more than just one more thing, but Woodstock Express is the train has been stuck on the lift or parked for 4 to 5 days. Apparently sounded like the lift motor may have given out.
That well.
So it's just something else for
So
Katie to
you
deal
know
with.
what? Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna segue into this because is it just me or is it these rides this year are like
Struggling.
they are struggling?
There just seem to be a lot of issues that are arising and not things that we've heard a lot about in the past. Maybe it's just because we pay so much attention to it. I don't know, but it's odd, without a doubt.
So basically, not only the 2024 editions, but like, uh, what we got? We had the I guess 305 is not too immortal like abnormal for it to just go down for a few days to be honest. So that happened. Uh, what other rides have been? I mean, Jetline happened last year. There's a ride that got stuck with 30 people on it recently at Oaks Park in Portland.
I saw that they were upside down there for like 20 minutes or something. It said 30 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
That's insane. I because Maria sent me a link to that, and I was like, I told her I was like, the one thing about being involved with this amazing hobby of ours is I really never ever want to get in a situation like that where I'm riding an attraction and just get like stuck like in an uncomfortable position for an extended period of time. Like knock on wood.
And literally there used to be things like, oh, it's impossible, and it's like, why is it happening? It's mechanical errors that are keeping it stuck there, stuff like that. Um, Talikin is like breaking apart while people were on it. Like,
It's
if
insane.
you guys don't know what's a Huss topspin, and a lot of those have been taken out actually recently, but I think they kept theirs. I forgot where I saw, but essentially that was a mechanical failure as well. And it's like, what is happening with maintenance? I just feel like there is a lot more we are reporting this year specifically. Comes to maintenance with these rides. But I got a lot of the news out of it. But yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. We need a revolution. We need Bob the Builder. I don't know,
He
man.
can fix it.
We need Ryan the Ride Mechanic, which, if you guys don't know who he is, uh, do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor and go subscribe to him because man is he's a thuzy like treasure trove. I'm not even joking. He's where he was in the industry as a mechanic for a long time. He gives very good detailed information, videos on very specific and niche things, some things you probably wouldn't even think about until you see the video. A podcast talking about it with other people in the industry. Literally, it has been a go-to for YouTube and the stuff I've been missing. It's not like craving stuff I've wanted. Go check them
Thank
out.
you for telling me that. I was not familiar with your game, sir.
I'm saying his stuff is great. He like look recently I saw from 2 video, and what I mean by that, if y'all, I am a boomer when it comes to YouTube. I don't mind when a video was like 40 minutes to 60 minutes. I am actually so pleased. I'm like, thank God. I'm like, yes, I can sit here and watch this whole thing and not just something else. And if it's especially when it's good, but like he doesn't actually have good production or anything, but he's just so informative. Like it's not like he's repeating anything where it's mundane. It's just so informative if you're into the hobby. It's so interesting, man. So definitely go check him out. Fun Spots King controls though.
Still throwing shade.
Did they? They deleted the post.
Oh, PR was not liking that one, huh?
What did they say again?
It was something about them throwing shade and like they're like, oh,
Oh, a
when another
specific, yeah,
manufacturer or something.
a specific ride manufacturer watching another let a previous ride slip through the cracks. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy's clearly like he's clearly a Ricky behind the scenes. Uh, but I could see how that one, for a media and future business relationship standpoint, could
Where they're like, hey, you can't say stuff like that on on our
you're
page.
like, hey, look, we're not trying to say anything about Zamperla and Simmons. Like, we might work with any of them sooner or later. So, yeah, like, and also, yeah, there's like, look, they might go, guy, like, you can't just pick on what one thing, but it is funny too. But it's probably like, look, it looks bad on Fun Spot if they're just picking on Cedar Point. Like, leave that for us. We're not, we're not professional. But no, seriously, Fun Spot every now and then. Keep it up. That's fantastic. Europa Park updating Croatia after it opens. There was a Nikola Tesla animatronic in the area, not just in the queue. So just building that story, that world building, man. Exactly what I'm saying. What I love about the parks. Um, they're not the best animatronics. I'm not gonna lie. They are. I wish they had a bit more motion. At least Nikola himself isn't that bad, but yeah, yeah. Where is this from? This is from Europa Street at Europa Street on Twitter.
Genau darum bin ich ja hier.
I'm pretty sure
Deshalb wollte
we're
ich
not
mit
gonna
dir
understand it, but
Wunder, dass ihr von der Uni gekommen seid. Es ist ja
is
lebensgefährlich
that
hier.
Albert Einstein?
Aber gar kein Grund zur Sorge. Die Ladung ist nur etwas zu hoch. Kosmische Energie lässt sich nicht so leicht kontrollieren.
Vor allem ohne die richtige Ausrüstung. Sie haben ja gesehen, die Universität unterstützt uns nicht.
Yeah. Why is it that Disney has such a monopoly on animatronics? Like no offense, like, I'm just seeing like just in general, just going recently and just seeing some of them on Tiana's. Like, why is it their animatronics are leagues better than any other? Like not even just manufacturer, any other big resort like Universal will try to do it. Now,
I mean,
Universal is
like
closer
the
to me.
Velocity ones they have are really good. I know that.
Okay, Velocity ones are good. Those are really good. But like full body, like people, they're using a screen. They're using a celebrity and they're throwing them behind a screen. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not
Yeah.
gonna get a whole bust of them having the actuators or any of the motors required to like get that really good fluid movement. And I just wish that was just more commonplace. Like I want to know why. Like okay, how we're gonna do some quick maths. Not even quick maths. We're just looking up how expensive is the our or our Disney T. Was it 1,000? T100 animatronics. I'm just gonna do this. I think it's the 1,000 of the new ones though. An A100, A1000, Walt Disney Imagineering. So I don't think they're gonna.
What are they price tagging those at?
Yeah, like, could you buy? Could I buy a A1000 for my house? The Imagineering. They don't. They definitely don't tell you the price, but the cost behind Disney's lifelike Avatar animatronic. Well, let's just see for that. That's an A1000, but a big one, right? Or is it like a custom A1000? You're active. Yes, cost and breakdowns. How much did she cost?
I'm not seeing any numbers on the screen.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? They said cost breakdown. Oh, it's going over the breakdown.
Conclusion: while the exact dollar figure spent is not public knowledge, is likely required. A
But thank you for
significant
wasting
funds
my
required.
time. You know, Oh, so Inside the Magic might have helped us out here. So, that's such a shit. But Disney's $23 million animatronic quietly removed from attraction. And this was, uh,
This is the Avatar one, Navi River Journey.
yeah, but this was back in January. Man, there really is no. So people are saying they're saying $10 million. That
So,
park.
someone's saying it was $10 million spent on the development of the animatronics. That was a comment I just read.
But I'm just okay. So I'm just gonna say, yeah, sure. If you have a lot of animatronics, that is adding like $10 million or more to already a lot of yes, yes,
Also, Disney's budget is insane, I'm
yeah,
sure. So
yeah. Man, there has to be a breakthrough and like Megatronics or any of that stuff to like make cheaper, but still just as good, like a breakthrough. Uh, oh well, Disney got a grasp on that right now. So this is the nose getting taken out, so we're going to cover that too. But Jetline, after the tragic accident that happened to it last year, it's been closed since. Well, we now know its official fate, at least from the 14th of June, that Grunoland has decided, or will announce it will not reopen and will be dismantled as the opportunity arises. Now, I wonder how this. It's always kind of interesting when a ride closes to see how they take it apart because it gives you an idea of
if it'll get like sold or
yeah,
something.
like
Yeah.
Dododamba, that thing's gone. Uh, it's like seeing a transformer. It's like seeing Ironhide get shot in Dark Side of the Moon. Like it's sad. I am hurting every time I see more pictures of it. I can't do it anymore because damn, that is a record. I really cannot speak tonight. Record-breaking coaster. I will never be able to get on. You know, never be able to feel that force of being shot out of a cannon. Now I gotta guess. I guess I gotta actually go in a cannon. They're forcing my hand here. So, I gotta go to more dangerous hobbies instead of simulating it on a coaster. Oh, yeah, it's really sad seeing coasters like that. Uh, Basically, they're just trying to get rid of it as fast as possible. They're like, yeah, we're tearing it down. I wonder what they're gonna do with the loop and all that, cause pretty damn tall loop. You think they're gonna like wicked twister it?
Hmm.
You know what I mean, right? When they just like pulled the spike on it, just like fuck it, just drop it on the midway. We're not bringing this anywhere. This is not being resold.
Well, they did actually sell pieces of the track. I remember that.
Oh yeah, they sold pieces of the track, but they're not. Yeah, that's not being relocated as we know it. But is this Screamore? Oh, Professor Screamore. June 22nd, this Saturday. Six Flags America. Hopefully Screamore will be there. That'd be cool. I know they have their Juneteenth event today. Uh, yeah, and happy Juneteenth, by the way, to everybody. But yeah, they're showing a lot of just Screamore and nothing of the land, so that kind of doesn't make me too ready. They're showing the trains at least, you know. For me, they're comfortable. These are exactly the same ones on uh, Jolly Ranch Remix. So those are much better than the B&M ones in my opinion. So yeah, I just wish they reprofiled it. If they did the Great Nor'easter treatment, that would have been fantastic. But yeah, they really did show like 25 seconds of Screamore just like voguing. All right, but yeah, I am excited for it though. Good stuff for America. Hopefully, they actually get something soon and don't get shafted again and have it go to another park. I'm pretty sure they're sick of that.
Rip the raptor that should have went there.
And roar arms.
Dang COVID. What we could have had.
And it would have been the better one. Right? It would have been Flight of Courage.
Yeah,
So it would have been
pretty
better than
sure
Jersey Devil.
they dropped the ball.
So Top Thrill 2, there's a lot of you guys are probably not even wondering if you're enthusiasts or know what's happening with their ride, which is nothing. But if you want to actually get some idea, like I said, Ryan the Ride Mechanic, great video on it, going over his knowledge, what he's seen over the years, and what they could be possibly doing. And honestly, it was kind of cool seeing a lot of the suspicions kind of be right about. I'm like, okay, yeah, they're definitely like testing out to see, and if it's working, they're sending it back. So we kind of don't know what process of that they're at, to be honest. That's the long story short. There's been a lot of testing randomly, then no testing. There's a non-destructive testing company there. But yeah, it's who knows, man. At first, I was like, oh yeah, it'll be open by literally the June. Probably open by now. I was expecting people to get back on it. It looks worse for both. I mean, I say this for Hyperia too. I'm not. The only reason I say it is because Thorpe isn't just throwing one person into this. Thorpe is like taking on the chin and like, hey, you know, we whatever. I don't. Who knows if they messed up twice? Like if they messed up the first time with it, and that's why it went down. But with the Valiant, they're
Yeah.
like, look, hey, we're so sorry, we messed up. We got to see why, And then they're not saying, hey, this mock product is valid. This product by Mack is being checked on by Mack and other people outside, not named Mack. Like, and they give this flat statement with no date or anything. They literally have to hold back and reel back ads they had for the ride. Did you see that shit? There's leaked like ads of Top Thrill 2 that they can't put out right now because yeah, I'm gonna put out an ad for that. Going almost for
It's
Top
not
Thrill
open.
2. It's not fucking open. Yeah, like uh I just think the way that they're throwing out on Zamperla when they clearly went for like you asked for this. Like I'm not saying that like Zamperla was they're probably the best option, but like you asked for what you got for, right? There were more security in other options, and that's basically the last I'll say about that. Because we kind of harped on this enough. I don't like to really sit on top, like even though it's a big topic, I don't like to sit on the same ones if there's really not much happening and just beating on a dead horse. Like I said, my shit post a few casts ago about this.
Because like they
Damn
haven't
Perla,
even been testing for like a week now.
right? Like there's a whole
Last test
episode
was like
based around it. Damn Perla, like you can check that out if you really want to hear our true thoughts. Like, but it looks worse for both the more this goes on. Like, it's really threatening. Like we made joke earlier with Buzz Bars. Like, no Top Thrill stumble, which I really do think it will be open by then. It will be like right at the very end. Like it'll be like the next day, like a few days before it'll open, and they'll be like, yes, it's gonna be the Buzz Bars. It's gonna be the Buzz Bars Magic Dust. It always is. It always is. So
hey, it happened with Twisted Colossus. So
yeah, it's happened a few times. I feel like. What they got on what they got to what the soft preview fire in the hole too, and they weren't supposed to
shit.
do. At least I
Yeah.
don't think they were supposed to. I don't know. It may have been a hidden surprise. I wasn't there, so. But I think you had to have like a pass holder or something, so like it wasn't guaranteed for everybody. But they were there at the right place, right time. Basically, that's what happens with the crew a lot. Just being at the right place at the right time. And yeah. Yeah, Top Thrill 2 though. Who knows? Who really knows? Kentucky Kingdom is relocating their tower rides for future expansion. They have a lot of place actually where T3 is, and there's a lot of markers around where, just in general, where when I was last there, in the worst part of the park, clearly, where I'm trying to think exactly where it gets really bad. It's right when you do cross the crosswalk. From the Zamperla. What are those? It's like the Catwoman whips and stuff. And there's one at Kings Island. But basically that ride.
Not sure.
That ride. I'm gonna look it up real quick. But, once you get back past the crosswalk on that side, basically the side closer to Storm Chaser, it's an abysmal looking park, like past Roller Skater. But they have a lot of markers there, so hopefully there's a revamp coming there too. Maybe they're putting one of the drop or the tower rides. I think they're moving two of them. Not too sure, but throw rides. I will say though, I don't know if I can. A lot of these flat rides need to be more thrilling because like the last 2 hour I was on, I was falling asleep. Now the chair swing is understandable. Like a chair swing, they're not supposed to be thrilling, right? But I was bliss in that chair swing, and then let me just stay on the Holiday World. That Saturday, I was like 5 seconds. I was falling asleep. Like I was literally like, okay, nah, I'm not gonna be asleep because they're gonna think that I'm like, they're gonna think that it's like something worse. So, well, at least I was afraid of. But, yeah, to stop any of that grief, I was like, let me just get up and go to my hotel room. But I needed to put one of those in my backyard, like just a generic, classic air swing, because that would cure my insomnia. And Endeavor, that's what they are. These are called Endeavors. You see this right here?
Yeah. Oh, they got one of those at Kennywood.
Do they?
They remember it's new. We rode it like last time we went. It's like spin something.
Okay, but no, that's different-ish. I need to open it again because
Spin Invasion.
yeah, it's different-ish because like there's like a swinging thing while it spins. Like it swings side to side, which honestly doesn't really do much. I don't know if that was specific to like that ride because they wanted it to feel like you were like in an alien saucer or something. What are those called?
I guess that's
I can't even see them. Are they not considered
no,
a
it's
throw
from
ride?
Zamperla.
Are they not considered a throw? Because that was kind of intense. Like, what the fuck? Tower Family, maybe?
It's a Zamperla Griffin.
Oh, that's what it is. That sounds very familiar when I remember covering it last year.
Yeah, it's a Zamperla Griffin.
Wait, but where is that? Are you on the site?
What site?
This is a Perla site.
Nah, I was looking up on Google trying to figure out what the one at Kennywood was.
Yeah, now I'm just like, what the hell? So I definitely don't see it. I see the Discovery, the Revolution. That's weird. Anyways, yeah, I forgot what I was. That area is Kentucky Kingdom's getting expansion and moving stuff around. I hope that the state is letting Hershen actually do what they're good at. That'd be great.
I wonder if Hershend actually wants to do what they're good at though with Kentucky Kingdom. That's
I
my
mean,
thing.
they've been wanting to. It's just a lot of. I mean, this is what I hear from Kentucky locals, right? Shout out to
There's just a lot of different stipulations preventing them from doing so.
Like the main stipulation being that they're the operator and not the owner. So, and even though they'll be like, hey, we'll add this, or like, yeah, fuck you, we have the, we own this. So like, well, we don't want to deal with that. It's like, plus they have
People just
height
don't
issues
want to
too.
do paperwork.
Plus they have height issues too. That's another thing that's gonna hurt that park. Is like, they
Yeah.
they're not far like Carowinds is from Charlotte, where you can have a Giga right there. Like they literally like when you're on Storm Chaser, it is like the planes are right there. There's maybe like actually sometimes a big roller coaster's distance between you and the plane. Legit. Uh, yeah, you add just Storm Chaser and maybe like a Mega Coaster, and yeah, and you're touching a plane. Like you're right next to that shit. I feel like I don't know. I might be bugging, but like the airport is right there.
I remember it being close for sure. Like I feel like when we rode Storm Chaser, there was like planes landing or taking off or something like that.
Yeah, but that is the closest I've ever been to like plane. Like they are like not being at an airport, being somewhere like in a city, and just seeing planes that close. Like Jesus, it's pretty damn cool though. At the same time, uh, but park stuff. So camels seemed to escape Cedar Point, but when they got back in, it seemed like that they told their friends what to do to get out because goats got out as well.
It's such a joke. Like,
Now, on the Twitter side, I've heard, and who knows if this is true, but I heard that there has been a culprit that is found. The
so it was
cameras,
like an employee that was doing it deliberately.
who knows? It could have been an employee, it could have been a disgruntled or guest,
Dude,
for whatever reason.
that'd be so funny if like it was a disgruntled guest.
Right? I think that'd be funnier, in my opinion. Bro, uh, like they literally go in there and like they have him named. Or, I mean, they have names, but I will say, and I do agree with Steph. Why do they have camels there? I didn't even know they had camels until this incident. Well, not until this incident, but I forgot. But it was like my fifth visit, and like right when right before Steel Vengeance, 2017. That was when I first time I ever went to the camels. Or even heard about them. I feel like they're too big for like where they're in. Like camels?
I wonder if has it happened before in the
I
past.
don't know. But goats got out this time, and I think the goats are worse than the camels. But the camel almost like y'all probably saw the video. The camel literally almost like stomped on someone in the ECV, but like I would say he was like frozen in like excitement. Like I got a front row view. Like shit. The
It's
goats,
wild.
however, have also got out. So yeah, I don't know what's happening, man. They just they gotta fix whatever. They gotta stop the barnyard.
Did you see the tweet that Millennium Force will be returning to, or the lift motor will be returning to original speed in 2025, so capacity will be increased.
Yes. Or actually, that was I think technically old news because it was from Coaster Mania, and we just forgot to go over it. In fact, it was in
Yeah,
the notes. I just never. We just forgot to go over it. But the fact it's confirmed, I think more. Like we have a date and stuff. Uh, well, I guess not a date, but like we know it's coming next season. It's good because
yeah.
I think it was just announced and then it was kind of like, okay, is it this year? Is it like next month? Is it like But yeah, 2025. They're gonna just go with the capacity they have now. Let people suffer in mayfly attacks longer. The station. I think that's an old video, but that's still insane that it can get that bad. I've never seen it that bad. Like you saw that video, right?
Yeah, I did.
That was. I can't think of isn't there a bug horror movie? But like, it's reminded me of the birds, but the bugs. Like, let me see. So American Heartland. So now I've kind of lost faith at this part. Yeah, yeah. So
What's the
they're
headline?
so the headline is kind of passive aggressive. But basically they've put this on a lot of their social medias. They've completely given up on Twitter, by the way. They don't even post there after like since April. But I didn't
Damn.
see this on the Twitter side, but this is on Facebook and Instagram. But we will move forward. We wanted to take a moment with you today to apologize. There will always be people who sit and wait to announce any negative news about the development. We cannot change that. Most importantly, there will always be the supporters in the project who see the vision and hope for greatness in their community and for the future. To those people and leaders in the community and state, we thank you. It's like, okay, what's the problem? Then finally, it has taken longer than expected to clarify some of our contracts, but we will move forward. All bold. Our apologies to Forek and Crossland for our slowness, as we are committed to resolve the matter quickly. The development will continue.
Interesting.
They're being very broad, and they're just saying sorry to investors.
Yeah.
Like that's like there was so much fluff that I almost want to say it's AI, but like it was almost a bit too like passive aggressive to be and contrived to be AI. I'm not gonna. But yeah, they apparently are delaying their campground and everything. So I have an issue with that. And it's like, everybody's confused about this anyway. So if they're already struggling to open up the campground, which is supposed to be next year, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I have too high hopes of the actual park opening, the Steam Park. But
Yeah.
hopefully. Speaking of that, I think did you hear about the essentially another park like that? It was like a Disney-like park that was gonna open in the Detroit area,
I don't know. No.
and it was going through like a bunch of stuff for years, and finally got finalized, and that happened. Go ahead and check it out on Ghost Coasters. Like he somehow, Scoob somehow always ends up on the cast, but truly, like, such great content. Doing a lot of updates recently too, so updates with TT2 and Merger, which we will get into, by the way, because I don't know if we need to play the horns yet. Maybe, but let's get into good news because Planet Coaster 2 was leaked. Yes, it was leaked. For me, I I like stuff like this. This isn't a story game. This has nothing to do. I just want a new and improved Plan Code 2. So like, yes, I will take this. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this came from a source here, Reset Air, an article. A new third-party Epic Game Store database called EpicDB has revealed a database of unannounced and code-named projects. Following games were discovered in Final Fantasy IX Remake, which actually got announced, Last of Us 2 Part 2 remastered for PC, Planet Coaster 2, Turok for Saber Interactive, Final Fantasy 16, and Remnant 3. Now, I still needed to look at all the videos. There's a lot of discussion on the YouTube side I still haven't looked at to really finalize a big opinion because this could be BS, or this could be coming out because a lot of these actually got announced. So I'm just saying I'm gonna keep the good vibes in my gaming sphere and having Gears of War coming back in my life. Please, Planet Coaster 2. That would be fucking incredible. Yes, I have just clocked in over 1,000. That's nothing compared to so many people. The game is loved, and it is actually getting so many. Like, it actually got a little bit of revival again, just because of the talk
Only
of.
1,000 hours?
Yeah, seriously, only 1,000. Like, it's like, I feel like I'm still ass, and I kind of am. But, like, there's people that. It's like 5,000 maybe minimum. It would be like making the most amazing things. Like,
Yeah, it's like me being ass at like a fighting game, even though, or not a fighting game, but like a shooter, even though I have like 4,000 hours. That's the mood.
games are hard, man. And people be like, "Oh, it's just." I get like games are fucking hard. Well, they can be. This. Um, God, this burger on the Q roll is actually told. I might just delete this. I just can't believe that.
Tilt.
Uh, yeah, we went over the Oaks Park
It's
thing.
just so gross. Just raw on the railing.
So this also happened at Cedar Point, apparently. So I think at Steel Vengeance there was a safety incident.
I saw that. I saw that Twitter thread. That sounds really bad.
And then there's people all calling him a pansy.
It's like, oh, everyone's looking for like a insurance claim these days or something. I saw a comment like that. I was like, bro, what?
It's like, no, you're going to this park and they negligibly dropped an iPad and then tried to hush it under the rug just like they did. What?
Right.
Bro,
Like,
are
I
y'all
mean, let's
this?
let's let's be real here. Like, you drop an iPad from like 200 or 150 feet, and then it falls down into the queue, and then you're gonna like treat the people that are like, "Hey, what's going on with this?" Just treat them like shit. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's weird. Like, I don't know.
Like,
That's
they were basically like, "Yeah, like we don't want you to report this." That was like the vibe they were giving off.
so basically, security deemed is not a safety issue. This is from Marcus Gear, which you put some good, fun content to look at on the socials. I know I've seen him a few places, but security deemed this not a safety issue, as a tablet is not a ride part, and phones fall out of rides all the time, quote unquote. That's what got me. I'm like,
That's
what?
it's
On Steel
uh,
Vengeance too, right? I'm like, the ride that you have gotten this blasphemous, horribly optimized, and not even no thought put into system with the lockers. You every park after you looked at you and was like, all right, we're not doing that. We're coming with better system, and you're still doing it with Top Thrill too. And you're gonna say, oh, phones float all the time. What? Okay, like that's what I'm saying. Like, can they just be held accountable once? Can this park like?
that park is very good
uh
at blame deflecting and not taking ownership in the things that are not necessarily going right. It's
that
pretty evident.
that's my issue with them. Man. It's like, bro, it could be anything, but it's just like the they're clearly just thinking they keep this pristine image of this, uh, like smeared with just it's tainted with media controversy, bro.
Shaking my head.
I I just want them to do better with that. I'm not even saying just let everybody know what's going on. I don't think we need to know what's going on if they don't need to. But stop acting like if you fuck up, y'all know better because you're like they've never made a fuck up, right? Cedar Point, they're just perfect in their eyes. Oh, the camels
Ivory
leaving out.
Ivory Tower.
Oh, the camels and goats. So that's actually good publicity for us. No, like unless we like spin it to like, oh, actually, this is good for us. People can actually talk about this and come to the park and what and complain that top two like they can like spin this into the weirdest like way of thinking how dumb the actual like consumers of the media are when like not everybody's that stupid. That's how I feel about Cedar Point. They somehow came back in because of this shit. Uh, well, if you wanted my Cedar Point fucking Cedar Pint right now, that's all I'm seeing them. Yeah, because they think they're a point, but they're really acting like a Cedar Point. They're acting like some pansies with how they're treating a lot of their stuff. I don't like it, but uh, but yeah. And also, I don't like is Ghost Rider being on one train when you know damn well that ride needs two trains and it's still going to be probably 2 hours.
It's so insane
But
the way
no,
that queue gets out of hand.
like, yeah, why is it 3 hours? Like, why is that ride? I think isn't it also because the ride's really fucking long? Like, doesn't it have like
Yeah,
mid
it's
courses?
it's really it's really long. There's definitely a mid course, but no,
A
in
mid course.
duration, it's very long.
It needs multiple. Ooh, that gave me an idea for a modern out and back layouts now. And No Limits or Planet Coaster. But the Universal Pen, yeah, that Ghost Rider thing was crazy. I just need to do better with that. But the merger.
Official.
Now, It is official, it seems. Let's read the article. I don't know if it's official, but let me go here because Katie fans talked about it. But this is from Morning Star. I don't know if they're exactly reputable, but Cedar Fair and Six Flags today announced that they notified the New York Stock Exchange the closing of the Cedar Fair and Six Flags previously announced merger, expected to occur on July 1st. The completion of the merger is subjected to the satisfaction of or waiver of a number of conditions set forth in the merger agreement relating to the mergers, including the Okay, this is business speak. Yeah. Cautionary information regarding forward. Press release contains forward-looking statements with the meaning of federal security laws. All statements other than the statements are historical facts, including this communication that addresses activities, developments that Cedar Fair or Six Flags expects, believes, or anticipates will or may occur in the future are forward-looking statements. Words such as anticipate, believe, create. Yeah, you're glad handing them. So similar expressions, variations of negatives. Oh my god, this article sucks.
Who's the article writer, or what is the company?
Morning Star.
Oh,
Like this is so like I get like business is boring and mundane and nothing full of pixies, but man, if that I can't look at this like I can't. It's happening. Let's see if we can find more stuff about it.
see what Park fans is saying about the merger. The lovely people over at Park fans.
Seeking Alpha. Please give me a better. Give me something better.
Press release saying the deal is expected
See,
to close and become final on July 1st.
following the.
They're also saying that all of the executive team is going to be kept from Cedar Fair. It sounds like, except for one from Six Flags.
So
I don't know how official that is, but
in 10 days. In 10 days, I'm going to a Six Flags park is my home park. I have two Six Flags home parks. I have so many Six Flags near me now. Six Flags over Dorney, uh, Carowinds, a Six Flags park. Trying to think, yeah, that's a lot, man. Six Flags
someone
over.
said in terms of global brand recognition, it would make most sense to keep the Six Flags name.
Oh, I agree. It's just I don't think they're gonna do what I'm saying. Obviously, it's a joke, but like, ugh, it's just I'm technically going to a Six Flags park. It's just weird. And there's nothing against Six Flags and nothing against like the antithesis. I see what I'm saying. Nothing against like what they basically what I can't think of the word right now. What people will see them as. It's really just weird. Like I've always gone to. It was weird when it would turn to Cedar Fair. Like when I went to them was Paramount. Like you something. It's weird, and that was even longer. Obviously, I've seen it with Cedar Fair. So yeah, I just hope it doesn't affect in ways like I basically hope the merger didn't affect Kingsman and stuff or any of that. In terms of really making a stellar product and having it not be as stellar because of cuts like that. And we shall see if that stuff will continue.
Probably not.
I mean, in theory, the park should be getting more, right? Because to cut down all that debt together, and now parks are technically on the uprise again, like we were like 2018, 2019.
I guess obviously they would do this thing because they have a plan for things to improve per se. It's the whole reason they'd consider merging in the first place.
Yeah. I mean, after that, El Toro opened. We talked about that. Uh, and everything else. So, man, what is happening with your little trip? With this road trip, is it finalized?
Nah, no dates finalized or anything. But thinking about going to Dollywood, Six Flags, fun spot in Georgia, and Carowinds, just for a little extended driving trip.
Yeah, be careful going to Tennessee, but once you're in Pigeon Forge, it's cool. Yeah, I like Tennessee. Well, honestly, yeah, a lot
Definitely
of Tennessee I like.
going for Dollywood and the Buckies, of course.
Oh yeah, because the Bucky's is like right there. You can technically go for like breakfast and then go to Dollywood. Oh, that place is great. I love Pigeon Forge. Now, it might be getting a little too like big. It's not like I-4. No, it's like well, I remember seeing it before I got there. Like actually got there, and I was expecting it to be much less and much smaller. And then you get there, and it's like almost a party city. In some parts, like a tourist city. So yeah, I I want to. What am I? Oh yeah, we're doing Knobles,
Yeah, we got Knobles this Sunday
and then
actually.
potentially Hershey that Wednesday. I'm actually down to do that because I remember Wednesdays or Hershey being like so. I felt like that was the day we went when we first rode Wildcat.
Definitely could have been.
But
I
yeah,
don't know for
basically,
sure.
basically, we're finally putting our feet back in. It's that time. We are. Oh, yeah, I need to look at the meme. Hold on. I need to reference Tom Skinner himself. Well, I'm gonna let him speak for me. This is how I feel. Uh, after all the work, schoolwork, BS, just life. I can't find it still. We are able to finally. Oh, I'm just gonna cut it at this point. Where is this video though? I saved it. I swear I did. Oh yeah, it's right here.
Happy Friday afternoon. Now we've done it. We've got to the end of the week. We have locked up our warehouse. We have parked up our vans. We have logged off our computers. And I've quickly popped into my favourite local pub for a cheeky pint of beer. And look, a little bit of early dinner because the wife, I love her dearly, but her cooking ain't that great. We've got a stunning beef and alpine, bit of mashed baked beans and a pot, which I think is wrong, but it's anyway. And of course a bit of gravy. And you know me, I never look when I pour, because I am the absolute governor. And listen, guys, hope you had a great week. Keep on smashing life. Keep giving it 110%. And don't go home until you're fat. And listen, cheers to you all. You deserve it. Ever.
Seriously though, guys. Well, first off, follow I am Tom Skinner if you haven't already. Has great little content like that. It's wholesome funniness. But generally though, yeah, it's back to be back. But also, can't wait to see everybody's beautiful faces. Everybody locked up their vans and heading on a road trip and just getting on some coasters, experiencing, traveling, and yeah, man, it's great.
Credits. Can't
So,
forget the credits.
I mean, if you're going to Dollywood and you're willing to spend like you have like $200 just laying around, you could get like 12, 15 creds.
Oh, you're talking about the mountain coasters in the area.
Yeah,
See,
you
I
can.
literally brought that up too because I was like, I know I've heard from people it's like it's expensive if you actually really want to get on quite a few of them.
Yeah, if you get on a lot in one trip, yeah, you're definitely spending like $100 easily. But the
Yeah.
thing is, like, what I do is I like to because I know I'm gonna go back. So whenever I go, I'll do like one or two, and then
Yeah.
and each place they have like something novel there. Like they have an ice cream place, or it's like a weird like food or snacks. I like always do that and chill and get on the ride like one more time maybe.
I know timing wise might not a lot for a mountain coaster on this one, but definitely not going to be the first or never definitely not going to be the last time going to the Pigeon Forge area. So,
Okay, if you are going to do one really quick, do the Alpine coaster and or Goats on a Roof. And fuck Rocky Top because that one's just mid. Like they claim it's the longest, but yeah, it's padded stat. They did it on purpose. It's like 20 chain lifts. It's like you'll literally go up a chain lift, turn into a chain lift. It's like what the fuck. And then on Alpine and Goats, you're like you're afraid you're gonna just careen off like these big ass ledges and cliffs. It's like kind of crazy.
oh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, I was. I thought they were gonna be like legit when I got on those for the first time. My first was Goats, and I was like, this is gonna be like I really like the charm of it because you're just there. There's goats, on the ground and on a roof. They're not just everywhere on the ground, like they're in a pen, but you know what I'm saying? Like they're just goats there, and you're here for. I forgot what else they have there, to be honest. Like there's a nice little gift shop there. But yeah, there's a mountain coaster, and I'm like, okay, you control your speed. Like they're not like giving you big dips or anything, but and it took me like 3-4 minutes just to climb all the way to the top. But like once you're there, it's like yeah, and you go because the ones that like kind of hold you. That's the thing. Rocky Top kind of trims you the whole way. And the reason why it's mid. Uh,
Yeah.
this you go and you're like shit. And I've only done it at night too. So like with all the lights that are like go up on the lift and then you just dissipate. It's so cool. Yeah, it's really cool. It's definitely like you do it once or twice and then you just go back to your hotel or whatever. But definitely fun. And it's a crit. The one I did last time, I did a live record. Literally, I recorded myself like doing it live. I need to do those again this year. Was I forgot what it was called. Snowy Bear Shootout, Rowdy Bear Mountain Shootout, or something like that. And
Yeah.
that was one of the still to this day oddest creds I've ever acquired. Yeah, you're on this. Feels like this really low to the ground, but still janky chairlift, like a ski lift, and you're shooting at targets that would look like really like campy kind of ornaments in front of your grandma's house. And it's like, all right, and you think the layout's over, but it like kind of winds a good bit. But like halfway through, you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. you're generally, I want to go on the other one. The other one looks more fun. The one underneath me, which that one is more fun. Yeah, I just can't wait for it, man. Can't wait to see people, more people. It's gonna be crazy. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, it is one.
Yeah, I got the itis from the wings.
Yeah, yeah,
Unfortunately.
yeah. Yeah, I would love to just chill. I am kind of chilling now, but that's my voice. And I did have. Did I have another burger? But
I
I
think
don't
you
think I
had
did.
at least like 4
No, I
or
had
something.
three. I just never passed again, which was good because if I
Oh,
did,
okay. Yeah.
yeah, 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 I am not. Yeah, I don't know this time. So, y'all, I think it's a good time to call it on this one, and we will try to be back soon for your weekly enjoyment. Because I mean, it's at the point we have people like messaging us like, "Hey, when's the next cast, man?" I was like, fuck. I was like, bro, I was like, I would love to just throw on out whenever we can, but just life. We try to be as consistent as possible. It's crazy to think that we do have people listening out there, but we say it too much. But appreciate y'all, so I'm gonna keep it sweet. I appreciate every single one of y'all homies. Proud to call y'all homies. Proud that's the fan base name. But truly though, fan base just for friends, man. Friends you made along the way. Truly. Y'all, catch y'all on the next episode. But first off, catch our socials. Uh, on Instagram at the High Rollers DMV and RC, even though he's his Instagram
Offline.
is offline, but maybe he'll answer if you miss him. I don't know. At Old Line Airtime. But find me at West Howard Coasters, and then on the Twitter /X side, you can find me at or the High Rollers. Sorry, at the High Rollers C, and then me at West Howard C. So, y'all, take care. Coasters
Say,
are awesome.
homie.
Don't let too many animals out of their pens at Cedar Point. Peace out. Never know who you meet in this little hobby. Take care, y'all.